Time on Shadow Piece, the Whitebeard Pirates had a short reunion before both the Zombie Beard and the Zombie Ace collapsed. While all the other battles around Onigashima were going on and ended, the battle atop the Skull Dome didn't stop for 1 second. Well, Moria fell into the ocean for some time, and Yamato took over for him and fought for a bit, but the second battle between Moria and Kaido has lasted for over an hour now. Kaido is enjoying himself. Moria is stronger than ever. While the King of the Beasts doesn't know the reason, we do as the viewer. Moria absorbed all kinds of shadows from the Big Mom pirates after Caribou and Koribu stepped into leader positions for that pirate crew. And just a few seconds ago, Kaido felt another spike in Moria's power, absorbing Katakuri's shadow, which was inside of Whitebeard, and Doflamingo's shadow, which was in Ace. This is a noticeable factor in this battle between captains. Obviously, there was a lot of shit talking from both sides, but the more shadows Moria absorbed, the less he reacted to Kaido's words. He became more and more of a beast himself. Putting one extra shadow into a person is already hard for the body, however the strength increase makes it worth it. With every additional shadow, the strength of the person increases exponentially, but so does the strain on the body and the mind. If somebody doesn't have enough willpower, they might just lose consciousness, turn into an uncontrollable monster, or in the worst case scenario, just die instantly. Moria normally limits himself to 100 strong shadows, which is why his attack name is called Night Parade of 100 Demons. But before, when he was still a warlord, he could also use, or he also sometimes used, an attack called Shadow Asgards, which used 1000 shadows. Many of them, however, were not very high quality, and his size increased so much that his speed suffered from that. Furthermore, in that form, he just got hit sometimes, and the shadows inside of him got lost with each strike that got hit on his body. Since he returned from the ground below, he was always in his Night Parade of 100 Demons form, but instead of using 100 shadows, he raised his limits. He broke through his limit and improves every second. Over the hour, he continued to absorb more and more shadows, increasing his amount to 200, then 300, and finally 400. Only a few more until he reached 442 shadows inside of his body. The final two pieces of his strength were Katakuri and Doflamingo. 444 shadows are his newest limits, the best and strongest form Moria can achieve at this very moment. But with every shadow that he absorbs, the zombies inside of Onigashima fell and didn't move anymore. So the fighting force of the alliance also decreased a bit, but Moria's strength increased. So there is a trade-off here. His height now makes him tower over Kaido, being almost 10 meters tall. He even surpassed Big Mom now, but as we all know, size isn't everything. Off-screen, Moria also used many of his yet unrevealed 72 demons techniques. I might make a video revealing all of the unseen techniques once the series is over, because some of them are just not combat related, or I just don't have the time to share everything here. But for now, let's actually take a look at the battle between the two giants, even though neither of them is technically a giant. I don't even know what exactly their races are. I think both of them are humans. Kaido is said to be an Oni, and maybe Moria is a member of like a snake neck tribe or something, but we don't really know, I think. But for now, let's actually take a look. Kaido is having a lot of fun. After all, he seeks a good battle and a glorious death. However, the more Kaido enjoys himself, the angrier Moria gets. It's been decades since they first encountered each other, but even now, Moria still hears the screams of pain and agony of his Gecko Pirates Nakama. Every time he closes his eyes, they appear in front of him. Even when he sleeps, it's always nightmares. This is the day he has been waiting for. Revenge for his friends, and finally being free from the burdens he gained in the past. Kaido's blows leave destruction in their path, but with Moria's increased strength, he is not scared. His type of advanced observation haki allows him to cancel out attacks of others. All around them are Kaido's blue flames and Moria's green flames, not really helping in the scenario of burning down Onigashima, but the two of them don't really care right now. They only focus on themselves. That is also the reason why Kaido got curious. Moria, I always thought you had the shadow fruit. Where do those flames come from? Are you like this Blackbeard fella? What is up with these newcomers having two powers? Moria never really questioned his new powers himself. Every time he grew stronger, he found new possibilities to use his devil fruit, new ways to fight. So all he has to say to Kaido is, "Shish. These are the flames of hatred. My burning desire to kill you has manifested them for me. And don't get me started on your powers, Kaido. What even are you?" Both sides don't know what the other fighter is really capable of. Moria has shown a variety of new abilities and keeps on improving. He's also testing new techniques that he didn't want to use on his crewmates, but now Kaido has to be his dummy to fight against. Now that he is at his new prime, he is stronger than ever, and Kaido doesn't know what to expect. And Kaido himself is also an Azure Dragon. These Azure Dragons are mythical beings, which I don't fully understand even after looking them up fully. Azure Dragons or Seiryus might have infinite aces up their sleeves, so this is a battle of infinite potential. Kaido continues to drink, which infuriates the Shadow Emperor even more, but to his surprise, the beast doesn't get weaker. No, he actually gets stronger and more unpredictable the more he drinks. Each time their attacks collide, the clouds get pushed away by the Conqueror's Haki-infused weapons. Both sides seem to be equally strong. However, the longer the two of them fight, the more Moria gets used to advanced Conqueror's Haki. Using all of the powers he gained from the shadows of other people, he adds strings and mochi-like attacks into his arsenal. Moria's attacks are always themed around demons, darkness, and some form of the underworld. Strings fit right into that, I guess. And mochi, well, eating too many sweets is another form of hell. I don't want to talk about the dentist things that other people had to go through. If people saw Moria right now, they would probably be really confused. In his early days, he was quite thin and lanky, so that was his first bounty poster. Later, well, after everybody died when they attacked Kaido on Wano, he got depressed and gained a lot of weight, turning him into the Moria we know from his days as a warlord 2 years ago. After the time skip, Moria's third look was a very muscular version of himself. After all of the fat got turned into muscle instead. But now he is even taller. His body is covered in black parts of armor and haki. He has formed horns and claws out of shadow on his body, and his normally red hair is burning with green flames. He basically looks like a completely different person. The Emperor straight from hell. Gecko Moria is a real menace. Kaido, you keep on talking about this Joy Boy. You want to find a person that spreads joy wherever they go. Why did you become the exact opposite? The people from Wano are honorable people. If you didn't come here, they would have never had to suffer like I did. Today, they are celebrating the one day you and your slave of a shogun are not there. It's a beautiful day for them. People are singing. Lanterns are flying into the heavens with their wishes on them. And on days like these, grouches like you should be burning in hell. Moria charges towards Kaido. His shadow horns keep on increasing in size, and the green fire gets more and more violent until Moria strikes Kaido. The drunk dragon prepared himself for an attack, but he didn't expect the power. His armament haki gets broken through, and the horns pierce through Kaido's chest. The captain of the Alliance of Death pulls Kaido into the air with his horns, inside of the beast, before jumping into the air and ramming Kaido back into the ground with a spinning attack. Even a mythical Zoan user feels the pain of such an attack. Kaido is bleeding heavily, and yet a smile remains on his face. Moria, on the other hand, is covered in the blood of his nemesis. This picture makes it hard to say who is the hero in this story. But let me tell you something, there is no hero. Moria is in no way a good person. In this situation, his goals just align with something that helps others. He is a ruthless pirate that would kill anyone that opposes him, and the target at the top of his list is Kaido of the Beasts. This is the start of the all-deciding battle. Which side will be victorious? Beast Pirates or the Alliance of Death? You can look forward to that. And until then, well, you have to wait for the next week and the next video of Shadow Piece. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Pyro Primer, and all that's left to say is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Bye!